Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. In our package this week, Port and Terminal Multi-Services Limited (PTML) Command uses Bodogu collect over 189 billion naira revenue. Federal Capital Territory FCT Command intercepts tramadol, hands over to National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA). I am Tosin Obiakeme. Just stay with us.
Saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that Nigerian premium motor spirit is neither smuggled out of the country nor diverted to undesignated areas of supply from depot, Operation Whirlwind has continued to foil attempts by deviants to shortchange the government in that regard. This time, the team has, at the Niger state axis, intercepted 500 kegs of 25 liters each and 2 drums of premium motor spirit (PMS) at different locations at the Babana border area.
Smuggling of PMS is detrimental to the survival of Nigeria. It has economic disadvantage and security disadvantage as well. It will interest you to note that most of those bandits attacking us, how do they get fuel, is through this means. And now it is spurious equally to now believe and allow such quantum of fuel to go outside Nigeria to go into their hands. It means we are fueling our traducers, giving them more power, energy to come in to attack us. It is our resolve to holistically stop this rustic nemesis.
Assistant Comptroller General Hussein Ijibunu says all hands must be on deck to stem smuggling of PMS.
It is a challenge to all and sundry to make sure that we collaborate together to make sure that we allow our citizenry to have dividends of democracy.
ACG Ijibunu says successes achieved by Operation Whirlwind are also products of collaboration.
I want to thank the Office of the National Security Advisor for his critical roles and strategic intelligence guidance and support for this, and his strong commitment to ensure that this operation survives. Equally commendable is our partnership with Nigeria Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency. NMDPRA has given us what we call technical expertise and regulatory framework that has ensured that our actions align with the best practices while addressing the systemic challenges within the petroleum supply chain.
The seized item has a total duty paid value of about 26 million naira. Continuous enhancement of the Nigeria Customs Service's technologically driven operations has remained vital in improving its service delivery. Since its pilot implementation, deployment of Bodogu as the service's unified management system, for instance, has continued to wax stronger in revenue generation by Port and Terminal Multi-Services (PTML) Command. Customs Area Controller of the Command confirms during the Command's first quarter 2025 media briefing.
So far from November till now, when we started Bodogu, we have collected a total of 189 billion 506 million 881,206 naira and 92 kobo. Then in quarter 1 of 2025, we have a total of 90.2 billion. For the first time in the history of this command, we're having a 5.6 billion duty collection in a day.
Believing that there is no perfection in any creation of man, Comptroller Tenny Danian assures that the service has taken measures to sustain the hitch-free success of Bodogu.
We always ensure that when there are hiccups, when there are bottlenecks, when there are challenges, our men, officers are on ground to ensure that these things are solved. That is why in this command we have a Bodogu consultant in charge of everything Bodogu here, specifically appointed for that position to oversee all these other issues that probably are still coming up, and we know we are addressing them as they come.
Comptroller Daniel emphasizes the need for compliance in enjoying fast clearance of imported cargoes.
If you want your trade, you don't want bottlenecks, you want yourself to move out of the port as early as possible, you must ensure that there is integrity in your declaration, which means whatever value, whatever HS code, you do the proper thing. Once you do the proper thing, nobody will delay you. Be able to clear your goods as fast as possible. But the moment you are dubious in your declaration, you have no right to 24 hours exit again. You lose it, it's lost on you because you have decided to choose a wrong path.
The Customs Area Controller discloses further additional responsibility that PTML has attracted, which the command is gladly ready to shoulder on account of efficiency.
PTML, because of their efficiency, because of what they have in place, the Nigerian Custom Management considered it fit that they qualify in conjunction with NAFDAC that here is now taken as a port that where pharmaceutical items, goods from any part of the world can come in and they will be cleared.
In addition to dedication of officers and men of the command, which Comptroller Tenny Daniel commends, he says synergy with other sister agencies and stakeholders has come in handy in ensuring that the huge success being recorded by the command is sustained.
Easter, the season of hope, renewal and second chances.
It's a time to reflect, a time to rise, and a time to build.
Christ rose to give us a new beginning, a chance for a brighter tomorrow.
Let's honor his sacrifice with actions that build, not destroy.
This Easter, choose integrity, choose honesty, and choose a stronger Nigeria.
Together, we can rise to new heights. Smuggling has no place in our future.
This message is brought to you by the Public Relations Unit of the Nigeria Customs Service.
Aware of how crucial export is as a means of earning foreign currency, increased global market share, and fostering economic development, which are key reasons for its creation, Lily Pond Export Command has continued to live up to expectations. Comptroller Ajibola Odusanya discloses the command's export value for first quarter 2025.
First quarter of 2025, our cumulative export value amounted to $986,440,397.78. The above is more than 300% higher than the $236,887,888.53 total value of export through this command in the first quarter of 2024. On the volume of trade, the command handled a total of 11,459 containers in the first 3 months of 2025, which is 5,568 containers higher than the 5,891 containers handled in the first quarter of 2024.
He reveals the amount collected by the command as Nigeria Export Supervision Scheme proceeds within the period under review.
Under the Nigerian Export Supervision Scheme, NES, which is a statutory payment to the federal government on all legitimate goods exported from Nigeria, the command recorded 7,131,463,779 naira and 25 kobo This quarter one is almost 0.9% higher than the 67,351,177 naira 1 kobo recorded under the scheme through our command performance in the first 3 months of 2024.
Comptroller Odusanya reaffirms his command's commitment to collaboration, which he stresses is strategic in achieving success.
We have always maintained robust engagement with our critical stakeholders and work strategically with sister government agencies like the NDLEA, SON, Nigerian Quarantine Service, Police, NAFDAC, and others. In addition to collaborating with sister agencies, I have strengthened in this command a relationship with exporters through operating an open door policy that ensures regular interaction and seamless export trade processing. I am pleased to announce that user experience of Lillipond Export Command under my watch have continually improved with the prospect of attracting more exporters to the command and thereby contributing in no small way to the federal government drive for economic diversification through export.
The exports processed through the command for the first quarter 2025, Comptroller Odusanya says, comprise agricultural produce, manufactured goods, solid minerals, and others, with agricultural produce attracting the highest export within the period being reviewed. The Niger Customs Service remains highly committed to enhancing security of the nation and welfare of the citizenry, as it continues to carry out its assigned functions in ensuring that the nation is freed from entry of drugs that could lead to security and health concerns. Federal Capital Territory, FCT Command, acting on credible intelligence, has intercepted 27 pallets of tramadol, mostly 225 milligrams, valued at 8,654,800,000 naira, attempted to be smuggled into the country through the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. With the interception successfully done, Customs Area Controller of the Command demonstrates existing interagency collaboration stance of the service.
Must work collaboratively with every other agency. We are here in the spirit of peace to hand over these 27 pallets of illegally exported tramadol. This is too much. Only God knows the havoc this will have caused. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Nigerians, FCT Command in Abuja International Airport will not be a place to concern illegal business.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency responds.
Seizure clearly indicates that there is a synergy. Synergy is working between the two organizations. We are proud, both organizations are proud. The customs receive an intelligence and they have intercepted this right at the tarmac. So there was no room for joint examination. It was an intelligence work and clearly intercepted. So we are proud and very happy that this thing will have been consumed by our teeming youths. And most of them are now state actors, etc., etc. They are the people committing havoc to our society. We thank the customs, Nigeria Customs for this interception. I would want to assure him that we'll continue to work together, hand in hand, and we'll continue to share intelligence together.
This interception is yet another signal to deviant smugglers and their cohorts to desist or continue to have bitter pills to swallow in the hands of operatives of the Nigeria Customs Service. It also adds to the growing list of collaborative achievements made between the Nigeria Customs Service and NDLEA as Nigeria intensifies its war against drug trafficking and its negative effects on
Welcome to World Innovation and Creativity Day, a day to celebrate the ideas that change our world. The ideas that drive the evolution of the Nigeria Customs Service. Innovation begins with one idea, a glimpse of the future shaped by passion and imagination. Today, the Nigeria Customs Service honors the fearless thinkers, dreamers, and trailblazers who embody our image and drive our ongoing reforms. At the Nigeria Customs Service, creativity is our most powerful tool for problem solving, fostering change, and driving progress. This gave birth to our Unified Customs Management System, otherwise referred to as Kodogun, an indigenous software to solve our indigenous problems. From breakthrough technologies to life-changing artistic expressions, innovation lies at the core of our evolution. It is a force propelling us towards a brighter and more sustainable future. Today, we invite you to join the movement. Share your ideas, challenge the limits of what's possible, and help shape the future of innovation. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a designer, or an engineer, or simply a curious mind, the future belongs to those who dare to dream. On behalf of the Nigeria Customs Service, we wish you a happy World Creativity and Innovation Day.
Relentlessness in anti-smuggling operations by operatives at Ogun 1 Command has sustainably yielded positive results, leading to increase in volume of interceptions by the command. Between January and March 2025, the command has made a total seizure of 161 smuggled items. The items include 3 single-barrel long guns, 4 packs of 25 cartridges, 150 sacks of raw cannabis sativa, 10 cartons of amoxicillin capsules, 7,242 bags of foreign purpled rice, and 4 used vehicles. Also intercepted within the period under review are 20 bags each of imported sugar and flour, 59 bags of POP cement, 22 vehicles, sacks of calories, 12 cartons of Ghana soap, 843 used tires, and 535 kegs of 25-liter PMS, amongst others. Customs Area Controller of the Command, Comptroller Mohammed Shuaibu, however, says the command does not only carry out enforcement activities.
In terms of trade facilitation, the command is committed to facilitating legitimate trade. We value the business community and their contribution to the economy of the nation. We assure them of our continuous support in all aspects of their trading activities. However, we urge them to avoid any form of illicit trade that could adversely affect the economy and tarnish their reputation. Within the period under review, the command under my leadership has processed 329.6 metric tons of export consignment with free on-board value of 260,966,642 naira only from January to March.
Comptroller Shuaibu reveals also that Ogun 1 Command has generated modest revenue within the period under review.
The command collected a total sum of 43,412,794 naira only from import duty and auction sales of petroleum products intercepted during anti-smuggling operations. I would like to reiterate that the revenue activity of the command comprises importation and exportation of legitimate goods, goods under the ECOWAS Trade Administration Scheme, and assessment of merchandise in baggage. This amount surpassed what was generated same period last year, 2024, with 7,606,232 naira only.
The Customs Area Controller emphasizes commitment of his command to corporate social responsibility, pointing to the recently held Festival of Art, Economic Development, and why it matters.
The program, which is part of the command's Corporate Social Responsibility (CSR), was a long-week program powered by Nigeria Customs Service Ogun 1 Command. Its objective is to promote trade economic development and cross-border cooperation by using ACT as driving tool. Artisans, art promoters, secondary school students, and stakeholders were given the leverage to exhibit their talents. The command also used the avenue to educate the participants on the activities of customs in Ogun State.
Demonstrating interagency collaboration, Comptroller Mohammed Shuaibu hands over the intercepted cannabis sativa to the NDLEA. The Customs Area Controller assures of his command's resolve to facilitate legitimate trade while enjoining the public to remain law-abiding and to support the service's efforts to suppress smuggling. This is a time to rejoice. It is a time when honor is given to whom honor is due. It is the moment when Nigeria Institute of Public Relations hosts the 5th National Spokespersons Awards 2025, which comes after a 2-day Nigeria Spokesperson Summit. Public Relations Unit of the Nigeria Customs Service emerges the Best Corporate Spokesperson Team of the Year at awards.
It's about teamwork, it's about working together, it's about forming a team that work. So what we received today, the award we got today, is a product of teamwork, because it's about the best corporate team. And we are a team in public relations unit, and we work together to achieve milestones that individuals cannot achieve.
The Customs National Public Relations Officer, who represents the Comptroller General of Customs, speaks further on what this award means to service in general and to the Public Relations Unit in particular.
This is a wake-up call also to work better, to work, perform a function of making sure that the reputation of Nigeria Customs Service, the image of Nigeria Customs Service is being upheld, and to make sure that we build a relationship that is sustainable, that is mutual between us as an agency of government as well as our stakeholders. If you remember, one of the core of the policy thrust of the Comptroller General of Customs is collaboration, and we think we cannot work alone. We need to work with other government agencies, we need to work with customs administration, we need to work with the private sector to facilitate trade, to effectively collect revenue, and to suppress smuggling to the barest minimum.
The Nigeria Customs Service had won the Spokesperson Award at the 2024 awards ceremony, and winning the Best Corporate Spokesperson Team Award this time around is a reaffirmation of the Nigeria Customs Service's commitments to excellence in public service communication and building of sustainable relationships with stakeholders.
This is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of Customs Duty. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles, now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Strive to be a patriotic citizen, a compliant trader, avoid smuggling, and always pay the correct duty to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation. Join us again same time next week. I am Tosin Obiakeme. Thank you for watching.